AD 66. Roman troops invade the temple in Jerusalem. Josephus is among the priests who are brushed aside. The Romans have come to collect a shortfall in taxes from the Jews. The event triggers a full-scale rebellion. The high priest appoints Josephus as the leader of the Jewish forces in Galilee. Jude, the son of Jesus, lives in Galilee. He is the mysterious beloved disciple. He has two grandsons, Zochar and James. The Roman general Vespasian and his son Titus invade Galilee with 30,000 troops. Jude is fatally injured by the Romans. Zochar and James vow to bury Jude with his father, Jesus, in Jerusalem. Whilst en route, they take refuge with Josephus at a fortress in Jotapata. They help Josephus defend the city against the Romans. Titus leads some Roman soldiers over the walls. They capture the city. Josephus and James hide in a well. A Roman soldier called Nicanor knows Josephus. Nicanor offers clemency on behalf of Vespasian. But the Jews make a suicide pact. The last two men standing are Josephus and James. Josephus convinces James to surrender. James confesses to Nicanor that he is a great-grandson of Jesus. Nicanor knows that Jesus claimed to be the king of the Jews. Nicanor wants to arrest James, but he is forced to set him free because he surrendered. Zochar reunites with James and they take the bones of Jude back to Jerusalem. They bury Jude with his father in Talpiot, East Jerusalem. AD 68. The Roman Emperor Nero watches Christians being killed in an amphitheater of Rome. Nero blames the Christians for a fire which destroyed most of Rome in the year 64, but a senator tells Nero that the people blame him for the fire. Nero commits suicide. Vespasian rushes to Rome to seize control. His son, Titus, lays siege to Jerusalem. The Jews dig a tunnel underneath the siege tower. The tunnel collapses the ground underneath the siege tower. However, the tunnel also collapses the wall. The Romans invade the city. They fight their way to the temple. They set it on fire and steal its treasures. James and Zochar flee to a Jewish fortress on the hill of Masada. The Romans build a gigantic ramp up the hill. The Jews make a suicide pact. But James and Zochar flee back to Galilee. Whilst in Galilee, James is recognized by the Roman soldier, Nicanor. Nicanor arrests James and Zochar for being descendants of Jesus. He wants to take them back to Rome to stand trial before the emperor. While sailing from Israel to Rome, they stop at the port of Pompeii. The same year, the Emperor Vespasian dies. They narrowly escape the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. He takes them back to Rome to stand trial before Titus, who is now emperor. James and Zochar arrive in Rome. But before they can stand trial before Titus, he dies. Titus is succeeded by his brother Domitian. Nicanor presents Zochar and James to Domitian. James explains to Domitian that the kingdom of Jesus is not an earthly kingdom, but a heavenly kingdom that will come at the end of history. Domitian thinks that James and Zochar are delusional. He releases them and orders the persecution of Christians to cease. Zochar and James join the Christians in Rome. They find out that Paul has taught the Christians that Jesus was God incarnate and that he was physically raised from the dead. They explain to the Christians that they have seen Jesus' tomb. They show them the all-seeing eye symbol. Word of the symbol spreads among the Christians in Rome, but not the fact that Jesus was a mere mortal. Legend has already supplanted reality.